Good morning, everybody. It's JB again, Director of Animal Health here at the North Carolina Zoo. We received a lot of good questions yesterday, so let's get started. I went to vet school at North Carolina State. Go Wolfpack. I completed an ACZM recognized residency here at NC State and the North Carolina Zoo after vet school and a one-year internship at the University of Illinois. Most of the fieldwork that I'm involved with is in West Africa, where we are placing radiotelemetry collars on forest elephants so we can help mitigate human-elephant conflict in those countries. I actually have three favorite species to work with: rhinos, ducks, and chimpanzees. And my favorite specific animal on park is a female chimp named Tammy. The quick answer to your question is no, fish don't get thirsty. But how these species regulate their fluid balance is dependent on where that fish lives and what its environment's like. Freshwater fish, on one hand, don't actively have to drink water. They're taking water in across their gills as they're moving. Saltwater fish, on the other hand, are actively losing water across their gills. So they're drinking water to take that in, and then they're taking and excreting the salt out through their urine. The answer is no. Being allergic to house cats doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be allergic to lions. I'm not allergic to house cats or lions, but I'm allergic to tigers. The same thing, I'm not allergic to horses, but zebras really make me break out. The most dangerous situation I've ever been in was in Cameroon, being chased around a tree by a female elephant as she swung her trunk around and kept smacking me in the back of the head with it. Evelyn, working with your Auntie Heather is great. She keeps me on my toes, she keeps me organized. I'm not sure I could do as good of a job here at the North Carolina Zoo without her. Instead of a chimp versus gorilla thing, that's more of an individual animal thing. I have chimps that'll do almost anything we ask them to do, but I have gorillas that'll do the same. But both of those groups have teenagers in them and they act just like human teenagers, which means they're hard-headed and they're a little bit more stubborn. The 100 duck-sized horses for sure. One horse-sized duck would scare me to death. The best piece of advice I can give you is to stay focused on the goal. You've got a long journey ahead of you. You've got 4 years of undergraduate, you've got 4 years of vet school, followed by 1 to 2 years of an internship, and then a 3-year residency program. So you need to keep your eye on the goal. Also, I would suggest along the way is to find good mentors to help you guide you through each section, because each section is going to be a little bit different. There's not one path that'll lead you to be a zoo veterinarian. There's multiple paths and multiple different ways to get here. So find those mentors, stay focused, and keep your eye on the goal. That really depends on the animal. We've got a lot of animals here at the North Carolina Zoo that we can manually restrain to do the things that we need to do. But then there are other species that we can't. You're not going to be able to physically manually restrain a lion. So it does require anesthesia to get a lot of things done. We started asking our staff to utilize some additional PPE and often create a little bit of more social distancing between themselves and the animals that they care for after that tiger was diagnosed with the coronavirus. Nice try, Darlene. I love all my sisters the same. I just want to say thanks for all the great questions. Sorry I couldn't answer them all, but we hope to see you next week.